Have you ever wondered what the different burial rituals are in other countries opposed to the United States? In early America, people who were mourning the death of a family member or a friend, they would dress in black. They would cover their windows in black for a week or so. And then the family was in mourning and wore black all year long for 12 long months. In Tibetan death rituals, they are completely opposite, which is very fascinating to few and far between, but I really like them. They have what is called a transference of consciousness, where they spend 3 days, possibly 5 days, left completely alone. The family is not allowed to do anything for the fact that if they do, it may run interference with the soul going into Tibetan heaven. There's no outpouring of emotions, which is completely opposite of the United States and Christian-based funerals where there's lots of emotion. Music is played quietly during all this time, and rituals are chanted, and generally the rituals are chanted by monks. They have a couple of different types, but one more familiar one now is sky burials, where the deceased is wrapped in a burial cloth, which happens to be a Tibetan cloth. They are placed in the corner of the house. Why they are placed in the corner of the house, it never says, except for that's probably a very peaceful place for them to be. Monks read scriptures, and hopefully at this time the souls can be released. If the souls are not released at this point, they still unequivocally take the sky burials to the mountains to where they dismember the bodies, which I know it sounds really, really gross, but they generally do. They burn them in hopes to attract condors or vultures. The reason being is if the vultures / condors actually consume them, they will recycle their body back into the earth, which the Tibetans are very much earth friendly and very spiritual. If they are eaten by the vultures and the condors, then they have no sin whatsoever throughout their entire life. If they are left, that could be kind of in a little bit of trouble, which to me sounds really gross because I don't want even my dead body eaten by vultures or condors, but that's not my faith or my religion. Once all this is done, then they figure that the soul has actually gone to paradise of Tibet. Another one, earth burial for the Tibetans, which is not practiced very often now, was actually left for infectious disease people, robbers, murderers were actually buried this way because they felt that the biggest reason was the fact that their souls were not pure enough for the condors or vultures to eat. They were also penalized in this fashion where their souls were sent to hell, which is not where a Tibetan Buddhist wants to be. They also felt that if they buried them in the earth burial manner, then they would eradicate the spread of evil. So no matter what religion you are from, no matter what country you are from, death burials have changed so much over the years, and it's very interesting no matter what culture you are looking at. To find out more information, go online and Google different death rituals. There is so many out there that you would absolutely be amazed. And probably the Christian burial is the mildest, shortest one that there is. Personally, I would not want to be of the Tibetan Buddhist faith because I really don't want my body eaten by vultures. You may. I personally feel that if once you pass away, your spirit will go absolutely where it belongs. Even one thing that the Tibetan Buddhists have in common with the Christian faith is that everyone is reborn in one form of another. And it is based on how you live your life and where you end up.